Good evening, gentlemen,
This is Sir Yeetus.
and I'm here to do part 2 of the Save Yourself Black Men situation. Because since I'm a black man myself, this specific movement is very important to me. Rishi, he's busy at the moment, so he is unable to join us. So it is just me. It's been a while since you guys just talked to me, huh? So this will be a good conversation for the time being. If you guys want to join in, go ahead and join in if you want. I got the call-ins ready to go. If you guys want to talk about this specific topic right away, go ahead and click that StreamYard link. This would definitely be a good conversation. Because there's a lot of things that are not right within the black community. To the point where our community is so broken up that there's been talks for years now that The black community is beyond saving. And unfortunately, I agree. It's way beyond saving. It's to the point where we are one of the first people, in my opinion. Black men are one of the first people to truly walk away from the bullshit, especially from our community. Black men were the first to say, you know what? There's plenty of other women out there that will at least appreciate me. You know, and don't get me wrong, there's a shit ton of black simps as well. All right, it's beyond disgusting to the point where I seen today on a social media post where this woman was 400 pounds and she was bombarded by simps saying, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You're still this. You're still that. You're so beautiful." Literally, like this woman was like waddling, like she wasn't even walking properly. That's the disgusting part. And these black simps is like, "Oh, she's just enough for me. Oh, it's just more cushion for the pushing. You guys are just jealous because you can't get past the cheeks." My community disgusts me sometimes of how low their standards are when it comes to black men. Black men have one of the lowest standards out of all men, in my opinion. Black men will definitely fuck anything that moves as long as it's not black. Just putting it out there. If you guys want to disagree, go ahead and click on the link and get on. But there's plenty to talk about today. I'll send a few more links. Who I have with me is the one, the only, May Mercules.
Puniti, my brother.
Niti. What's going on with you today?
Finish up a long day of work, making pretty good money. I love my career. I love what I do.
Oh, definitely. After this last year, I'm about to cook myself a big ass burrito. Oh yeah.
I'm sitting back with a pack of 6 blunts and a 6-pack of beer, ready to kick it.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
That's good because I hate it when we talk about save yourself black men. There's a lot of black content creators that doesn't really say they say that if you're not black, you have no say in this. I disagree. I believe everybody should be involved, and I'm bringing Lion of MGTOW on right now because I wonder what he has to say about that.
Lion, how you doing tonight?
Sup, fam? Sup?
So Lion, so when it comes to the black content creators in the manosphere, they tend to have a saying that, you know what, if you're not black, you shouldn't have a say when it comes to this conversation. Do you agree or disagree?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, I guess if you're on the outside looking in, I mean, I guess your opinions, can count, but in some of the ways it doesn't, but if you, but like for instance, like even on like certain bodybuilding channels, I've actually, do you remember a guy named Louis Marco, or have you heard of a guy named Louis Marco?
Yes, I've heard of his name. Yes, he's a bodybuilder.
He is a bodybuilding enthusiast up there in Quebec, and he was talking about how like having kids at a wedlock is detrimental to your health, and like he pretty much knew what a lot of black men worth their salt knew. It's like the fastest way to get into poverty was to have kids at a wedlock.
I agree 1,000,000%. Holy shit.
Because it's an extra mouth to feed. You got to sit up here and bust your ass for peanuts so you can feed that extra mouth, man. It's just, it's not worth it.
what's it called? I'm sure the numbers change now, but I think when I was growing up, because we had that sex education classes, uh, to raise one child from birth to 18 was 230,000 when I was growing up.
It's like $250,000. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just for the bare minimum, like food, clothes, all that stuff.
I mean, just think about what it would be today if you think, minimum wage back then was, federally 5.15 in the early 90s. And now we're looking at a minimum wage of 3 times that.
Yes, it's definitely going
So
to
how
be
much do you think it really costs to raise a child now?
today.
Probably $500,000.
Yeah,
About the same cost of a house in certain places here in the States.
yeah, exactly. And uh, unfortunately, the parents they can't understand why me and my brothers, none of us have kids yet. None of us,
Yeah, I
because
I
there's
get
no.
that same.
Oh, you do?
Well, no, I don't have any kids. I was going to say, hold on, continue what you were saying. Continue.
Oh, I'm saying like the parents can't comprehend because they were raised in the 80s slash 90s. They can't comprehend the costs and the dangers of having kids today. Which my older brother he could have kids right now if he wanted to. He has a six-figure job, but he, including I'm waiting until I'm in my 40s to even consider having kids at this point. Well, what about you?
Which one?
I'm just saying, like, since things are getting hyper expensive to even raise a kid, me and my brother, like, we both agree, like, we're not having kids until we're not even thinking about having kids until we hit our financial prime, which will be in our early mid 40s around there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Uh,
regardless of age, I really think, and this is something coming from somebody with experience in this. Really, anybody who's listening, Brutas, you really want to wait until you at least own a chunk of land. You don't want to be stuck in a position where your children are just going to inherit a storage locker.
so not even owning a house, you gotta at least own land,
You got to own the land that house sits on.
right?
You got to own the minerals underneath that land.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Now,
I see.
I fucked up. My first child was when I was 24 years old. And my second child was just 6 years ago.
Right.
I'm 33 now.
Damn.
I did not have a house. I barely had an apartment with the woman that I made my first child with.
Damn.
We were both working minimum wage jobs. And the way society is set up, it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. For a healthy relationship, it doesn't work.
Nope, not at all. Especially like what Ali Herman is saying, like in the West. In the West, it's too, in my opinion, it's too dangerous for a man to have a kid. Too dangerous. Yes. At this point, it is dangerous for men to have kids here. If you really want to pass on your genes, do it outside the US. I don't care. Get a passport, do what you gotta do. Do not have kids here because you are fucked if you do. Because once again, gentlemen, it's all about how she feels. If she feels she could do better, and she feels that she you did her wrong, she will go out of her way to make sure to make your life a living hell.
Sometimes they just do that for their own sick amusement.
Yes, and that's even worse. It made me nauseous, especially when I seen it a couple of times on TV. And I know most of it's fake. It's not all the way fake, but it's fake enough to make it a TV show. But the situation is real.
It's a absolutely based in reality, and I can speak from experience on that. both of the mothers of my children. It was all about feelings in the end. It wasn't.
And the fact that
It wasn't about the fact that I failed at doing anything that I was supposed to be doing.
right, and it's the fact that they're willing to turn on you so easily after many years. That's some scary shit.
Yeah, it's a classic bait and switch.
Are you serious? Like, after all me busting my ass, blood, sweat, and tears for 8, 10, 12, 20 years, all of a sudden I ain't shit?
Yeah, it's disgusting, man. It's even more disgusting, like when these women divorce their husbands, like when they hit the spinsterhood, or like they get like in their 40s or 50s and they divorce their husbands. That's even worse, because if you're like a man in your like late 40s to 50s and you get divorced, you're not going to recover financially. You will spend the rest of your natural life in subhuman poverty.
Yeah, and good thing I took to finance class in college 8 years ago. I'm glad that I had a good teacher to break it down. When you're younger, you have a high probability of recovering. But once you reach a certain age, like what Lion and MGTOW said, you are screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because I mean, where I'm sitting right now, over the course of just one of my children's lifetime, I will be giving their mother near $250,000, and I have 2 children.
Damn. Ouch.
So before I have to stop paying child support at 18, and if they decide to go to college, I got to pay until 21.
And then the kids will act so confused on why you don't want to, you don't even have to hate her at that point.
Here's the worst part about it, is that the time that I do get with my children, with the one child that I am allowed to see, because the other, it's a whole story for another day. But the one child that I do get to see, the problem that I have is that because I pay money to her mother every month, regardless of the whole 2.5-month summer that she's with me, I'm still paying her mother, which means that money can't go towards my daughter.
Jeez.
She's one of those.
So I cannot support my daughter during the 2.5 months that she's with me. So I have to, this is how I feel. I understand the reality of it, but I have to pawn my daughter off on her mother's parents.
So the mother doesn't give money to help with the daughter in the summer?
No, it's all on me, and I also have to figure out scheduling, when to pick up, if I need to send her to Boys and Girls Club, or if I need to pay a babysitter or send her to an actual daycare facility. Thank God my daughter is getting to the age where pretty soon she could be left at home alone, or she could just shadow me at work.
Well, I hope, how do I explain it? When she reached a certain age, and I realized when I was 14, 15 years old of how much of a piece of shit my biological mother is. The rage is not healthy. Like when your daughter realizes what's truly happening, like why things are the way it is. It's not a healthy. I had a very unhealthy feeling towards my biological mother, because she's not a good person.
I had an unhealthy feeling towards the world. So much that I encouraged my friends to literally beat the shit out of me once a week, and I disguised it as backyard wrestling.
Damn.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jeez.
I was so angry that I wanted to hurt someone, but I also felt that I deserved to be hurt because of everything that I was being taught and manipulated with.
And this is not just a black community. This is everybody else. You know.
I went down a rage-filled hole in my early 20s. And it wasn't until I hit a gym. I hit an MMA gym in Reno, Nevada, that things started to change. My attitude changed. I had something to channel it into.
See, that's a good thing, man, because I remember the last time I saw my biological mother, I was 19, 18. And what's it called? I didn't want to I didn't want to be in the same room as her at all. I did not want to be in the same room as her. Like because all the BS that happened in me and my brother's lives and my dad's life is because of her. You know, I just couldn't. I'm like, yo, like she needs to get the fuck away from me. Like, I'm sure you understand. Like,
I fully understand. I fully understand that, because when my mother first decided to come back into our lives, right around my 10th birthday, we were given the option to go and meet with her and sit with her and her new boyfriend at a restaurant publicly. And I was the only one of her children that declined the offer. I would have rather sat at home playing games online with my father.
Because you doing good without her before. Like, why the fuck do I need you around now? Like no. Like, get the fuck away. Like, seriously.
If you don't think that I don't remember you telling my sister to call my father and tell my father, if you don't pick us up, mom's going to kill us.
Jeez.
What?
Wow, yeah, that's scary for life, man. That's crazy.
What the fuck? Yo, that's
my father and grandfather came over with a flatbed trailer that night.
like ready to just pack your shit.
Yep. But I mean, hindsight, she sent us off with a monster that night.
Oh yeah, because you did tell me. Okay, I do remember that. Both your parents, they had some definitely some demons. Like holy shit, bro. Like unfortunate circumstances.
My mother's demon was inside of a needle. My father's demon was in his own head.
Yeah. Mental health?
Yeah. And previous trauma from his parents. It was a generational thing, but fortunately, my children don't have to suffer that.
Well, shit, you're doing a lot better than your parents. Way better. Holy shit, bro. What the I can never. I don't even have kids yet. I could never. I can't even fucking imagine putting my kids through that. No. That is so fucked, bro. God damn.
We all have our battles, and I think I said it once before. I mean, we all have our battles. Mine may have been early in life, but those battles are over, and they made me the man that I am today.
Well, like the saying is, it's not about how you start the race, it's about how you finish.
It's not about getting knocked down. It's about getting back up each time you're knocked down.
Yeah, life will whoop your ass.
And that's the biggest thing, right? Because there is stories not similar to yours, but it has certain aspects in the black community which is rampant within black families. Especially the mother. The line of MGTOW. What is your perspective on the cause of the dysfunction in the black community? The number one thing that you can trace back to.
Well, the dysfunction started the majority of the dysfunction started when the father was removed from the household. and the mother actually got behind that 100% because she drank the feminist Kool-Aid. You know, you're getting all these goodies and government set-asides, and in order for her to get it, the man or the father had to be out of the house. So while the father was out of the house, she started developing these delusions that she was strong and independent. She don't need no man, even though she was living off welfare.
That's a big so line of MGTOW. That's another thing, right? Because I know the black community relies heavily on government assistance.
It is, and the thing is, what a lot of these black women don't understand. Well, actually, I think they do understand this, but what they don't really understand is that government assistance is not real wealth. It's not real money. It's from the taxpayers, and the reason and the thing they don't realize is that with all those tax dollars actually like going to them and the kids that they don't raise and they don't look after, it leaves a bad taste in people's mouth. You know, so when they look at them grinning in a grocery store or just cussing somebody out in a grocery store, it makes them angry. You know, they just don't like looking at them. They cringe every time they see them. They don't like looking at them.
Yeah, while holding that EBT card and shit.
Yep.
Because they'll be singing a different tune if tomorrow the government assistant disappeared.
Uh-huh.
Because with all these welfare queens, how else are they going to support their kids? They kicked the father out of the house.
Yeah, they did it, and they did it in exchange for food stamps and welfare. They can't blame anybody for this but themselves. They chose this.
And
You know the worst thing about that?
What's up?
Is that the man that's been kicked out of the home, that the state is now raking him for child support and alimony if they were married.
Yes,
Okay.
you know,
They're getting a percentage of that, and they're having to pay taxes with the money that they're making. And in order for them to make enough money for them to survive, the woman is getting an even bigger check.
I never.
you know what here's the other thing too, and to add insult to injury, a lot of that money that these women are getting for child support, most of that money doesn't even go to the child. That money goes to her toupees, it goes to her handbags, it goes to her luxury vehicles. That's why the kid grows up with so many disabilities and so many problems with learning. You know, they basically are fattening the kid up. You know, he's fat, he's stupid, he can't sit still, and it's disgusting. In fact, I think Dennis Sperling covered this like 2 days ago, where he had mentioned that the best single parents are fathers. He actually covered that.
I made a video. I made a video about that as well. I mean, this goes back to ancient times. You know, prehistoric and ancient medicines did not always keep the woman alive during or after childbirth, forcing the human species to be raised by their fathers. This is how the patriarchy started, because women often died spawning the next generation.
And women were praised to the highest bidder.
Yep.
For giving birth to the next generation.
Yep, they were rewarded for their fertility, especially in the Roman Empire.
And even in the Viking culture and Celtic cultures, women were seen as magical creatures because they could bear life. They could create another human being.
A carbon copy of yourself, pretty much.
Yeah. Like, as long as you can get her to get two, we can continue the human species. The chances of her dying were far greater back then, and now only 15 out of 100,000 women in the United States die as a result of childbirth.
And there was a meme of there was a great grandmother doing the I can't explain the meme really, but it's she was in a house with over 58 people that directly came from her, pretty much, like kids and grandkids and shit. And she was loving it. I've never seen a woman's like eyes light up chilling with a big ass family like that in the house. What the fuck? you know, and it did include, you know, the wife, the husband, like the daughter-in-law, the son-in-law, and stuff. But she's one of the few women I see in 2022 that's truly fucking happy. Like literally, like it's just a bunch of kids, a bunch of teenagers, a bunch of adults just fucking roaming around, having a good time. And it was all because of her. You know? And she, in my opinion, is being rewarded greatly for it.
It's funny how rewarding things can be when you stick to natural orders.
Exactly.
What do you mean by that? Elaborate for the chat.
Yeah,
Just for the chat.
Well, we all know that men are the protectors and providers. We
Yeah.
build.
We're the vanguard.
Right.
What is the natural state of a woman?
To be the helpmate, to be the caregiver, and to be the what's the word? Her natural position is to be the mother, to bear the children.
So here's the big thing. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Because I said this before. Men are in charge of building and maintaining society. Women are in charge of the culture of society.
Yeah, exactly, because the first piece of culture goes from the mother to the child. Yeah.
Within that first 5 to 7 years.
Yep.
That's when your child is socially conditioned.
Because no matter how old I am, it doesn't matter if I'm big and bad and if I'm a millionaire, a billionaire, or some successful dude. Not once I'm going to disrespect my mother because she instilled that in me. Like not once. I can't comprehend disrespect to my own mother. You know, I'm talking about good mothers, chat, good mothers. And that's what's, in my opinion, that's what's necessary. You know, a woman, she's nurturing, she's caring. She teaches you what you should or should not do and how you act when you associate with other people. The dad is the law and order. He's the one that tells you, hey, you can't do this and you can't do that. That's it. If you don't listen, then there's consequences. The dad teaches, you know, responsibility and consequences. You know, in my opinion.
Absolutely right. And again, that's why women tend to take care of the kids. And this is, you know, talking ancient times, prehistoric times, medieval times, before modern civilization and all this new bullshit that's going on.
It's chaos.
Yeah. I'm serious. Like
the women reared the children to a certain age, especially the boys. At a certain age, the boys were taken away from their mothers.
Stop you right now, because we got Undead Chronic. He's gonna be joining in a bit. Okay, you can continue.
So the women, especially with the boys, only had a certain amount of time to mold their minds in a certain way. At that point, the men took over and started taking them out into the real world to again teach them order. This is the way the real world works. And you're going to get your hands dirty learning it.
Right.
The girls stayed behind with the other women to learn their duties.
Yeah, and
we fucked with that natural order. And we can start to see the results of that decay. That decay is festering at this point.
Yes, it is. I mean, that's why a lot of like nowadays women want open relationships and open marriages. Whoa. And the problem with that is it increases your risk of getting STDs because you don't know who you're fucking, you don't know who you're sleeping with. It's just it's disgusting.
Wait, is that L.O.M?
What do you think?
My fucking hero! The first goddamn time I've been on a stream with you. Oh my god, bro!
How long you been trying to get in contact with him, Undead Chronic?
I mean, only in the live stream sections. L.O.M. I just gotta say, man, I am a huge fan of all your work, especially when you record the video and there's like a bunch of frogs. I think you had one like 4 months ago. You were standing by the lake or the pond, and there was like 5 geese just chilling next to you. And I was just like, this is what kind of peace the monk is aligned. It's like you got pure nature energy, like some Naruto shit. Like all the animals of the forest coming to you like a Disney princess. It was glorious. I love that shit.
Oh man, lying to MGTOW, man. Yeah, once like you know, you respect him on the manosphere.
Yeah, I think I'm a little too young to be an OG. I'm like just only 34. I mean,
No. Whenever I shout out people who are like the elders or the people, because it's not so much how long you've been making content, it's what you talk about and how consistent you are. It's literally you and Hammerhand. Like you are the two peaks of the mountains. I like look up. I'm just like, maybe one day I can ascend to the same level of monkhood as L.O.M and Hammerhand.
Because that's all I hear is L.O.M or Hammerhand. I know who Hammerhand was, but L.O.M, I'm like, who is this L.O.M guy? And I watched a shit ton of your videos. I was like, yo, this dude's a real deal. He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
This just makes it extra sad because I got to get going out of here. But L.O.M, shout out to you, man. I watch every video you put out, man. Even the previews. Like I'll see preview for Snakes in the Grass, and then I'll see Snakes in the Grass that you previewed. I'm like, nah, I gotta watch a preview first on this shit. You are kidding me? You think I'm gonna, and the supporting Red Pill Entertainment, absolutely fucking spot on and glorious, man. But I'll try to hit you up so we can do a longer form stuff later. But good luck with everything, man, and thanks for going on Yeetus' channel. It means a lot. And Yeetus, shout out to you. Thanks for keeping it down.
No problem, man. I hope you get better, bro. On the nature hikes and stuff, right?
Yes, I'm observing and consuming the green. It's good for the green soul.
You gotta be the new Disney princess.
Okay, I'll be listening, guys.
All right. Oh man.
Puniti.
Anyway, what were we talking about before? Because I kind of forgot. Not gonna lie.
The families and how nowadays is breaking down. It's basically a shit show.
Oh yeah, yes.
It's deviated from the natural order of things, and I think that's where we had just left off. The end of that natural order is what really sparked all of this.
Exactly, exactly. The suicides are up, the crime is up, and here's the thing. Here's the fucked up thing. Whenever the crime goes through the roof, or whenever there's trouble in our civilization, the first scapegoat is the man. Nobody talks about these single mother households and how like 73% of the parents that kill their children are mothers. They don't talk about that. They don't even talk about the fact that most of the child abusers are actually women. They don't talk about that.
Oh no, not at all. I see it all the time. It's not even about discipline either. They literally go too far with the like. They will literally punish a kid for like the smallest shit, and they're kids. Like they don't know what the fuck they're doing, huh?
I did a quick Google search, and the top 22 stories when you search "woman kills her children" are all from 2021 alone.
See that?
That is fucking terrifying. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, bro. Like,
these women, they cannot raise children on their own.
They can't, man. It's hard, but they lie to themselves. They let the feminists lie to them. You're strong, independent. You don't need no man, or you can do bad all by yourself. But they're struggling, man. Those burdens are really heavy. But self-deception is better than just accepting the truth nowadays, and they really fuck themselves over big time.
But now that I think about it, now I have not, unless you guys heard about it, I haven't really been hearing about single fathers doing all that crazy shit.
Exactly. In fact, the kids are more successful if they're with the fathers. And in fact, here's the thing, though. The food insecurities are not prevalent if the children are with the father, but they are prevalent if they're with a single mother. So that means her trifling ass is spending all that child support money on handbags and luxury goods instead of actually paying for the fucking food.
But you know what my issue is? My issue is, since I was raised by a single dad, is I don't think it's an issue, but other people, like, I don't really show my emotion at times, unless I'm with like very close friends or family. You know, anybody else, I rarely show any type of emotion. I imitate my dad. You know, like if I don't know you like that, like why would I have to pretend to be happy or whatever around you? You know, you need to show more emotion. No, the fuck I don't.
I don't like that shit neither, man. You need to show more emotion. You need to get in touch with your feminine side. Like, I don't have a fucking feminine side. I'm a man.
Right, like what the fuck?
Shit.
Fit inside my ass.
I would be lying if I said that if you were looking at me, you wouldn't be able to tell what I was feeling. You can definitely tell. My body language and my facial expressions give everything away.
Well, do you have the resting bitch face? Because that's what I was told I had the resting bitch face.
No.
You know, like I look angry like 24/7. I'm like, that's just my face, motherfucker.
I have a neutral face that makes females wonder what the fuck I'm thinking, but
you know,
no.
It's
If you've crossed me in some kind of way, then you will know it by looking at me.
Oh yeah, and you get like literally one fucking warning, like walk the other way, get away. That's your only warning, bro. Or woman too, because I don't show mercy to fucking females either. Like walk the other fucking way.
Equal rights and left.
I can't personally put my hands on you unless you put your hands on me, but I can chew your ass out.
But equal rights and lefts.
Exactly. I definitely agree with that stance. Too bad that the black community, the black women, they don't agree with that at all.
They don't, and now it's actually coming back to bite them in the ass. You see that 54% of black men here in the West do not marry nor sire any kids, and the reason why that number is so high is because for the longest time, this black female is not had any kind of accountability, and the simps won't check her. Nobody will check her, but the men who do end up checking them, they end up dead or in prison because the simp or it's the male hyenas that she's fucking will go after them.
Oh yeah, the white knights.
I call them male hyenas because that's what the fuck they are. They're stupid. They're thirsty. They're thirsty for sex. They're violent. They're stupid. Call them male hyenas.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty accurate.
And
I keep telling these men, don't be doing that white knight bullshit, that simping bullshit, because you know one of you gonna be dead, the other one's gonna be in jail. She's already under the sheets of another man.
Exactly. I don't care for that white knight shit neither. It gets on my nerves. I don't even like looking at it. It's stupid, man. It's just. See, I live in an open carry state, so if that white knight shit really doesn't fly down here, it's just.
Just in my opinion, it's like
you'll know you're about to get popped straight up.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's like if a man is mad at you, more likely than not, in my opinion, you instigated that shit. Why would I save you from a situation you put yourself in? You're strong and independent, right?
So I'm saying, yeah, you're strong and independent. You don't need no man. Well, put up or shut up.
Pretty much, right? Like, how are you going to instigate a whole situation to piss off like what a 6'7", 230-pound man, and you expect motherfuckers to save you at that point? That's what you get for playing these mind games. Which a lot of women, they play these motherfucking mind games, and then they expect to not deal with physical consequences.
There are always consequences.
And then they like, oh, look at me, I'm a damsel in distress. And then they act all shocked when they're literally men not doing shit. Like, nah, I'm walking this way. I'm not doing shit for you.
Yeah, that's increasing because these women, the mask has come off.
Because at that point, and I'm sure you guys saw a few cases where men literally get sued for saving a woman's life. Why would I risk my financial security for your situation? You know, blame your sisters. Don't blame me. I might have done something, but right now it's more dangerous to even look in your direction.
Exactly. I mean, just nobody's running to the rescue, and they've also dulled they've also dulled that a man's natural instinct to save women. This instinct has been dulled thanks to the propaganda and the media and all this girl power shit. So nobody really feels that they're obligated to save them.
So the whole girl power stuff, like I think a good example of like how you could twist somebody's mind into believing something that they're able to do that they're clearly not able to is the character from 300. I think his name was Ephiates, the Hunchback.
Yeah, Fiatis, yeah.
So he comes in thinking because his father took him off and raised him and taught him all this Spartan stuff and told him that he could be a warrior too, right? And he gets there and realizes that when push comes to shove and he actually has to step up to the plate, he can't do it. And that's the same with what's going on with these women right now. When push comes to shove, when they have to nut up or shut up, they can't do either. They can't nut up and they just run their fucking mouth.
Until you breathe them back down a few notches and then, oh, you can't do that. I'm a woman. Like, I don't give a fuck about that anymore. I don't care. Like, you started this shit. You did.
I hope your legs run as good as your mouth.
like literally, like why you see that's the thing. I call modern women walking contradictions. Like literally walking oxymorons.
Exactly, they're walking oxymorons. Like they'll eat onions and tell you your breath stinks.
Right. I call modern women strong and independent victims. That's an oxymoron right there.
Exactly, or they want fried ice.
Like, it is insane. I'm gonna add Dr. Red Pill right quick. What's going on, man?
My guys, what is good?
We're talking about some real shit right now. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Mayor Mercury's L.O.M. Shout out to you guys. I have the honor of meeting 3 OGs in one sitting, guys.
I'm an OG now. Hell yeah.
I'm honored. I'm honored to be here with Lion.
What about me? What the fuck?
Sir Yeetus, it is always good to be in your throne room.
Nah, it's too late now. How you say? I'm kidding, Mayor Hercules. When it comes to dealing with effeminate black men, especially the celebrities that think it's all cool to get the PR points to wear dresses and makeup and shit. They're not they don't bat for the other team. They just do it to please the alphabet community, like Kid Cudi.
And
they're really fools for doing that because the alphabet soup community really doesn't give a shit about them. I mean, we learned that. I mean, yeah, Buck made that clear.
Yeah,
what you gotta say, Red Pill?
I was gonna say it's absolutely sickening the amount of people that put on dresses just to please these guys. I mean, you got Kid Cudi, you got Russell Westbrook, like all these
There's
guys.
one more guy. I forgot his name was, but a few more black guys, unfortunately, like Young Thug.
Oh man, he put on a dress too.
This was years ago, but it was for one of his albums. Like, he was literally in a dress for one of his albums.
You know something? I always never liked LeBron James, right? But he put on a wig and like an apron that looked like a dress for progressive. And I just thought to myself, no pun intended, this is what they are doing.
But they get mad at people like Dave Chappelle for walking away.
Right.
Like,
and he called them on their hypocrisy.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Like Jamie Foxx, Kevin Hart, Shit, who else did it?
I think
Chris.
Terry Crews did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Terry Crews has done it.
Oh man.
Oh man, yeah. Terry Crews is a broken vessel, man. That guy, yeah, he's gone.
Chris
It's too far
Rock.
gone.
Who's the other guy on Friday?
Chris Tucker.
Chris
He-
Tucker.
Yeah,
Um,
he did it one time. Yeah, in the Fifth Element. Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yes.
Even
Martin
though
Lawrence.
I personally thought he was funny.
Mhm.
You know, not gonna lie. You know, whether he wore a dress or not, that shit was funny. But I didn't agree with that. Wearing a dress and lipstick and shit.
Martin Lawrence was a big cross player.
Martin
he was.
Lawrence, man.
He
Man.
just kept doing it, man. Him and Eddie Murphy, but it just
And once again,
Couldn't stop.
I'm not saying Martin Lawrence isn't funny.
Yeah, he's got jokes. He's got jokes. It's just the fact that you went to so far to doing it just to please these guys. It's what sickens me.
Oh, that's the name. Yeah, what's his name or what's her
Hey.
name?
Hey, did this shirt make me look gay? How about now?
Okay. What's Shanae?
yeah. That man, that shit. Yeah.
And I agree with Phil Ravage, the Wayne brothers.
Oh man,
Yeah,
they're
Wayne's
big.
brothers. Yeah, they're big into it, and Jamie Foxx. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx too. He's a big one, especially in Living in Color.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that show,
Yeah,
even though I wasn't alive for half of it.
Yeah, he did it a few times. So did Jim Carrey. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Like it's getting much worse. Not just with the black community, but with all men across the spectrum.
Yeah. But I think in show business they do that. It's like some kind of a humiliation ritual or some shit. It's weird.
Which
They do it to all men in Hollywood. You look at all of the dad figures. You got, Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin,
Yeah, Peter Griffin, even
Al Bundy,
even Stan Smith. Yeah.
Stan Smith. Yeah, every one of these men that are put out as the father figure of the family are portrayed as a dumbass.
Yep, dumbass or wearing a dress. Like what the fuck?
But you know something, right? You know something. These shows are still running today,
Yep.
right? The show, that '70s show, Red Foreman. I don't know whether you guys watch that show or not.
Yeah.
He was
I've seen it.
He was a hard ass, bro.
he was a hard ass. He was a masculine. He was a masculine guy.
Hey, I'm from the same state.
Oh man,
Based on that show, if you know.
yeah.
He had the best method for raising children. Just put a foot in their ass.
Yeah, and the crazy
absolutely.
part is, I heard the female, especially my mom, stepmom, but all the other female members of my family, they literally like criticize that dude to the T. Me and my dad, like we were just laughing our asses off, But they're like, "Oh, why is he so mean? Why is he this? Why is he that?" I'm like, "Bro, that's fucking necessary."
I mean,
Yeah,
What'd you say?
no. I was gonna chime in saying that unless you want weak men,
But that's what women inherently want for some fucking reason. But at the same time, they don't want it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
it's very senseless.
Yes, it is senseless. Like they want fried ice.
But like seriously, like, and I love it. I loved it when Red Foreman most of the time shut down the mom.
Absolutely.
But of course, there's those few instances where Red Foreman gets caught off guard.
Oh yeah, when she goes through that whole crazy phase, he says something wrong and he's like, "Oh shit,
Was it also
I'm gonna leave for a few hours." This is a man who knows how to distance himself
But it was
instead of getting
menopause
into a
as
domestic
well.
violence situation.
Absolutely.
Let's not excuse menopause.
Because remember, gentlemen, most cases of domestic violence are perpetrated by women,
Yep.
and they are non-reciprocated, meaning the man does not strike back.
Because
And
he
if,
can't.
and if you deal with these bitches, all right, Don't excuse that bitch ass menopause. I don't give a fuck. Okay, you put them in the motherfucking place. Like I despise it when a lot of these women they use period or menopause, whatever the fuck it is, as an excuse to be a bitch.
Yeah, I hate that shit too. In fact, the new hip and trendy thing for them to do is to blame their trash bag behavior on zodiac signs or energies and that stupid shit.
Oh my god.
Wait, are you talking about space racism?
I was born under this moon.
Literally, I got turned down by a few girls because I wasn't compatible. I'm like, you're a space racist.
What the?
I'm not wrong.
Something in you is misaligned.
Like, what's misaligned is your motherfucking neurons in your brain, bitch.
Exactly.
Few
Seriously?
pathways that are going in circles.
You're gonna turn down a good man because some woman online or a motherfucker online types some stupid shit on the internet to tell you that we're not compatible. You're gonna trust some motherfucker that you never met before over a person you've been dating for a month or two?
Keep
Not-
driving down that road until you
Yeah,
hit
not,
the wall.
Continue.
not to mention, man, like, do we know whether this person who's writing all this astrological stuff, are they married or are they at the wall?
Exactly.
Oh, they drove all the way down that road until they hit the wall.
Yeah, they hit the wall and fell into their sexual clearance band. Yep.
And like I said before, man, the bitterness of the black women in my life when I grabbed that passport. Holy shit!
Man.
Oh
Like,
man. Yeah,
I'm not
just-
even dating you. What the fuck are you? Why are you so
Exactly.
mad?
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. This is how you know that they are parasites. They're mad. Here's the thing. They say over and over again that they're strong and independent and they don't need no man, right?
Yeah.
So that means they should be happy when you leave. They should be happy when you get that passport and leave. But they're not happy. They're angry. That tells you right there that they're parasites.
Like seriously, I'm like, what? I can't go over there and have a good time overseas. What? You're afraid I'm gonna meet a European or Asian bitch? Like, why are you so upset? I'm not even fucking dating you. Like, why are you out of all people upset? The
Because
black women in my family.
Because
Um,
they think they're better than you.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you're strong. You say you're strong and independent, right? If you're strong and independent, why do you need a guy to make 100K? I mean, you can make it yourself, right? Independent. Come on.
If you're strong and independent, why can't you take care of a broke motherfucker?
Exactly.
Which they try to do that if he's at least 6 feet. They take care of a 6-foot bum.
Yeah,
6 foot 8 inches. Yeah.
I can fix him up.
homosexual. It
I
doesn't.
can't make him change.
That doesn't work, man. That Disney rom-com shit doesn't work. It does not work.
Damn.
It doesn't work whatsoever. And real names not given. And they are mad. Your resources go away. But I'm like, why are they mad? Because my resources is not even the problem. The black female members of the family. I'm like, I'm not dating you. I'm not marrying you. Like, why are you making a big deal about it?
Exactly.
You know? And then they try to gaslight the fuck out of people. Oh, it takes off. They try to gaslight the fuck out of people, saying like, "Oh, you're just going over there to meet with poor girls, huh? Because they have no choice but to fuck with you to survive." I was like, "Bitch,
That's,
what the fuck are you on?"
yes, that's projection.
Thank you, Line and McDowell.
I've gone projection myself, saying that, so you don't want a strong woman, you don't want a woman who can take care of herself, you don't want a smart woman.
Yeah, what's wrong with the women here?
See, there's a difference between being, how do I put this, intelligent and then being intellectually challenging. What mostly women, not even black, well, yes, black, but even outside of that, strive to be. They strive to challenge men intellectually.
Which
Exactly.
they will not win
They
unless
won't.
they're dealing with Pookie and Ray Ray.
Yeah, when they're dealing with Pookie, Ray Ray, or 12 gauge Mike, they just it's just yeah.
It's hilarious how, yes, I'm gonna say the story again, chat. How when I was younger, I was doing my thing. I was one of the only black motherfuckers in my school getting good grades. I
Oh,
was
same
getting
man.
awards and shit, man. I was doing my thing. But what do these black women say? Well, middle school to high school, I'm corny.
You're an
I'm
Yep,
too
Oreo.
nice.
You're too
yep,
nice. You're an Oreo. You're acting white. All that dumb
Yes.
shit.
You trying to be like those white boys, huh? Going to college, huh?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
you
You're an Urkel. You're a Carlton Banks. All that dumb shit.
but
Yeah.
14 years later, 13 years later, it's like, oh wait, oh hi, oh, what's going on, stranger? Like, get the fuck on somewhere. You're like
yo, honestly.
250 pounds with 3 kids, bitch.
See, here's my whole thing on this, right? They tried to shame us into accepting low value ran through women. And I just say to myself, well, no, I'm not gonna do that because I will not tolerate or even accept anyone or want to get with anyone who lacks discipline, who lacks morals, who lacks
Oh,
even a slight line of ethics.
oh yeah. A black man with standards is a no go though.
Exactly.
Apparent,
You can't
yeah,
exactly. You can't have any standards. You're supposed to love whatever they put in front of you.
yep.
It's bullshit.
If she
And
got like a body
I
count of
feel like
like
that's across the board for sure.
1,000 and high debt, got like 5 kids or something.
uh-huh.
Um, oh, and her baby daddy's still in life. You know, yeah.
Speaking of baby daddies, right? And this isn't pertaining to the black community as well,
Oh
because
man,
this is definitely some white girl shit, in my opinion. Have you heard of the story of the girl getting pregnant off of a dead man's body?
what?
Oh my God,
They,
I did. I recently heard about that.
yeah,
Holy
they did that.
shit, bro!
They did that in Israel.
And
Oh no,
apparently, this woman confessed that she had done this with other corpses as well.
what?
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah, she got
She'd been
arrested.
working there for years.
She got arrested. Yeah, she literally did
So
some
you know that
necrophilia.
warning that you get on the Viagra commercials and advertisements. If you have an erection for 4 or more hours, call a doctor. Some of these dumbasses don't call a doctor, 2 hours in, and they drop dead. Well, the problem is that all those arteries just kind of close off, and you're stuck with a forever Hardy.
Damn.
Oh my lord.
Hey,
And this chick at the morgue thought, hey,
let me fuck a dead body.
Yes.
cracking open a cold one, that's a whole new meaning.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's about like those COs who get pregnant with about 12 gauge Mike's sperm. It's just disgusting, man.
But Lion and MGTOW, though, you got to comment. Lion and MGTOW, thanks for all your content, brother. You were one of the men I listened to on my red pill journey.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're definitely welcome. Actually, random question, Lion and MGTOW. Can you make a mean seafood boil?
Mean seafood boil.
Yeah, like boil some crabs or some crawfish or shrimp.
Well, actually, I don't eat shrimp or lobster. I'll eat.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. Actually, it's true. I don't actually eat shrimp or lobster. I actually keep the dietary laws. I don't eat pork, shrimp, or lobster.
Mm.
Yeah.
Muslim?
I don't eat sea bugs either.
Is it Muslim or you
No,
just don't eat
no,
them?
no, I'm not Muslim. I just don't eat them.
Okay, and on top of that,
Understandable.
do you eat cod, salmon?
I like steelhead.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had that before.
No, that's good stuff. That's the good shit.
I love me some catfish.
So when it comes to barbecue, right? Because this is a random question. I'm going off topic. Um, what is your favorite thing to cook as a barbecue dish?
I actually enjoy turkey barbecue. I can
Turkey
destroy.
barbecue.
I can destroy turkey barbecue. It's
Oh,
good shit.
Ooh, that sounds
Nice.
amazing.
so you can make it tender.
Make it tender. I use Texas Pete salt sauce. Yeah, yeah.
Damn. All right. I expected like all the other answers, like steak or ribs or porterhouse, all that crazy shit.
You get the
Oh
Chuck
ribeye,
wow.
roast.
ribeye steak. You can try that too. Yeah, yeah. Ribeye steak.
My favorite thing to eat is tomahawk steak. Unfortunately,
Okay.
I don't eat it often because I'm not that rich. At least not yet.
Give me a
Uh,
nice fat London broil.
My God.
London, London.
A
Yeah.
nice 3 inch thick dinner plate size London broil.
What is that?
I am more of like a ground turkey kind of guy, right? I mean, I make burgers, meatballs, all that kind of stuff. Delicious, low in fat,
I grew up on
high in,
that shit. That
and
turkey.
high in protein. Love it.
Turkey?
Yeah, ground turkey, spinach. Oh yeah, I grew up on that too.
Oh man.
Yeah, I grew up on turkey. I gotta have my beef, bro. Fuck all that.
Oh, I feel
My
that.
whole life, it's just nothing but turkey.
I grew up on mustard greens. Yeah, collard greens. Yep.
Hold
Mm.
up. What's somebody? Okay, double thick cut ribeye, slow smoke, then seared on the hot as hell.
Mm.
Actually, speaking of, this is another random question. How would you cook your steak? Because for me, it's to keep it simple: salt, pepper, reverse sear, medium rare.
I use salt, pepper. I use Worcestershire sauce. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's that good shit.
What about you, Mayor Mercules?
I go with a Montreal seasoning, a little bit of Creole salt. Rub that down both sides. I wipe its ass. I wipe its nose. 60 seconds. 60 seconds each. Then I pop that bitch in the oven and let it finish off until it's medium rare.
What about you, Red
Nice.
Pill?
I do more like a, let's say, it's Italian style rub, if you will. Garlic powder.
Italian style?
Yes, I do some cilantro, some parsley. My man, I put on some onion, garlic powder, then some seasoned salt and black pepper.
Do you know how many arguments I got with my friends? Especially with one of them talking about, oh, steak is the best when it's well done.
Mm.
I almost threw hands with him. I'm like, say that shit again.
Damn.
Because my dad has a tendency when he cooks steak, he cooks it all the way through. It's like trying to chew through a leather shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
see,
what the
my
fuck?
grandfather was a lot like that too. He said his steak wasn't done unless the salt bounced off of it.
And
Damn.
then
Wow.
he try to come at you because they say that you're backseat cooking, you know. I'm like, no, like your steak is fucking done. Take it off the goddamn grill.
You're burning it. You burnt that shit 15 minutes ago, Gramps. We're
I get,
already done eating.
yeah, I get mad. I get mad quickly. I get mad very quickly if somebody overcooks my steak. That's one. It's a pet peeve. I can say that it's a pet peeve.
Yeah, my steak. For the most part, I prefer my steak well done. I can't really do the medium well, the medium
No,
rare stuff. Can't do it, man. I'm not a wolf.
I'm not. Well, here's the thing. So, what do you eat the well done steak with? That's the real question.
You're not a wolf. You're a lion.
Do you eat it with any type of sauce? Do you eat it with some type of sides?
I eat the steak with Heinz 57 sauce and sometimes A1 steak sauce with mashed potatoes and usually spinach. Yeah.
Mashed potatoes and spinach? Okay.
I
Okay.
usually go with the
I can
asparagus.
respect that. What'd you say, Mercules?
Twice baked potato and some asparagus.
Is it a loaded baked potato?
Oh, it's twice baked.
Did you load it with bacon, sour cream?
Oh, it is loaded.
Right. Hey, I just had to talk about that, y'all, because I'm a big fan of cooking. Okay, very big fan. Um, the Midwest, we're all about cheese, so I don't get a chance to talk about actual good food because cheese is cheese. All right. If
Mm-hmm.
it's not grilled cheese or pizza, I don't give a fuck. Oh, macaroni and cheese. Sorry,
Homemade macaroni cheese is the best.
I do
My
oven
gosh.
baked. Oven baked.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Get that crust on the top.
Do some breadcrumbs on top of that, man. Straight in the oven.
And my mom was teaching me that shit, and it took me 7 hours to get it right. Yeah, my mom wasn't that because I was 15 at the time to try to do the oven baked. I got the sour cream, the cream cheese,
Hmm.
a shit ton of cheese. Like I don't know how many brands of cheese I put in there. Um, the breadcrumbs and just this other thing. Like I thought that it would be more sauce than macaroni and cheese, but that my mom said that's where the magic happens. So I was like, all right. Threw that bad boy in the oven, and yeah, I enjoyed it very much. You know, um, but the one food I cannot get right when I put it on the grill is the porterhouse steak.
Mm.
I overcook it or undercook it every time when it comes to those big ass like not T-bone, but yeah, porterhouse steak. I can never cook it. I can never cook it correctly. I'm like booked. You know, hamburgers I do just fine.
Oh yeah.
You know, chicken and all that stuff I do just fine. Ribeye steaks I do just fine. But when it comes to porterhouse, I fuck it up every time. I can admit it. Like, uh, we don't have those type of how I say grills where we can put it off the heat. So that's on me though. That's on me. Um, when it comes to North Carolina, Lion and MGTOW, what's the one thing I should try when I travel over there?
We have a huge selection of barbecue sauce.
Huge selection of barbecue sauce, you say?
Yeah, we got barbecue sauce here. We got a pork barbecue, turkey barbecue. Oh yeah.
So Ian Blaze, you saying I should just sear it and put it in the oven? Okay. Uh, I'm a big fan of barbecue sauce, so I could definitely come to North Carolina this year and just show up to a random barbecue and see how it goes.
Yeah, like Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue. That's a good spot. However, I will warn you, North Carolina has bipolar weather. Yeah, the weather here is bipolar.
Is it as bipolar as Missouri?
It's really out there. Like for instance, it was snowing on Monday, and today's Wednesday. Today it was Wednesday, so it's like 57 degrees here on Wednesday. So I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Mm.
Wait. How dare this dude said barbecue is overrated? Clearly, you're not.
Get out.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you're fired.
Shadow band.
Like the fact that countries overseas love American barbecue makes your statement invalid. All right, I'm gonna add another person. Ian Blades, what's going on?
Ian Blade was
man. Just
good.
been watching the show.
I see you wanted to join.
Yeah, well, you're talking about food, and that's my big thing.
Food, huh? Whoa. Do you guys have barbecue where you're at, or do you have something even better?
Um, we have a history with meat, but not barbecue.
What about shepherd's pie?
Shepherd's pie, yeah, and cottage pie, and lots of poor food, basically. Or food for poor people, I suppose.
Shit, I don't care. I see shepherd's pie as a delicacy. I don't give a fuck.
Mm.
Oh, if it's done properly, it should be done with like strips of meat, not done with nasty mince.
Exactly, and um, Blaze, you from Sweden?
Eh? No, I'm Scottish.
Scott, I tried. Oh, what is your staple food in Scotland?
Um, well, Scotland's well known for eating absolute crap. But
Yeah, haggis is first thing that comes to my mind.
Oh, yeah, haggis.
Absolutely.
What the fuck is haggis?
haggis is
A sheep's stomach stuffed with meat and barley.
What?
yeah, it's minced barley and onions.
Is that good?
Well, you don't eat the stomach.
No,
Like,
but
you cut it
the
open.
It's basically the cooking bag.
contents.
It's
in it,
very
right?
nice. It was actually brought from Rome. It's basically a black pudding.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm definitely willing to try it. Holy shit!
Blood pudding's another one that comes to mind as well, which is
that
more of
that
a
sausage
dessert.
chicken thing?
Yeah, we have black pudding. Stornoway black pudding's well known. It's literally boiled blood.
Well, isn't that English breakfast?
Yep.
Yeah. Full English breakfast is the best cure for a hangover.
Oh,
You know,
I-
sausage,
I'm-
bacon, eggs.
I've never had it personally, but I have seen countless people eat it. I can't wait to try to have it myself. Because it's like the eggs, the sausage, hash browns, blood sausage, and I'm missing a couple more things. I know there's more things on that English breakfast.
Let's see. It's bacon, egg, sausage,
Bacon.
baked beans, tomatoes, mushrooms,
Hash.
hash browns. Yeah.
Like it's so filling. Like I don't know how expensive it is over there, but I'm sure it's worth the price.
It's actually very cheap usually.
Hmm.
Because it's such a staple, or used to be. I mean, we've got so many American products come to the Great Britain now.
All right, so that's the one thing I want to try. I want to try a true English breakfast, not that something that we can make in the U.S. Of course, we can make it, but I want to eat it in the homeland.
Yes, sir.
And
Well-
do I go to Britain or does it matter where I go?
Yeah, Britain probably. Maybe Northern England for the English breakfast.
Oh, northern. Okay, because I know their portions are pretty big.
Oh, horrendous. No, actually, not compared to American.
May Mercules, have you ever had anything you didn't eat yet before that you want to try?
I don't think I'll ever eat anything with tentacles.
Are you talking about octopus and squids?
Octopus, squid. I've also never had lobster. I've never had crab, nor have I eaten crawfish. I think eating bugs is kind of weird.
Really? You know we've been doing it for a long time, right?
I do, but I think eating the flesh of other mammals and birds and reptiles is enough for me.
Okay, I respect that because crabs and lobster and stuff. They are the pretty much the extension of the spider family, what the fuck it's called.
Arachnids.
Yes, I almost said the wrong word. What about you, Lion and MGTOW? Is there something that you would like to try in the future?
Let's see.
Something you haven't tried yet?
Okay, I've tried ziti. Let's see. I'd like to try. Let me see. It's called. Damn.
Where's the food from?
I'm not even sure where this shit is from. It's oh, wait, let me see. Oh, I like to try jackfruit. I've never tried jackfruit before.
Jackfruit's very delicious.
Is that vegan meat?
Yes. It's to me, it's sort of like pineapple, but it has more of a savory flavor than a salty. Not a salty flavor, a sweet flavor. It's more savory than sweet, but it's very delicious.
It stinks. Because I remember buying it in Arizona.
Oh man.
When you cut it open, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's quite big, but
What about you, Red Pill? What do you want to try you haven't tried yet?
I would definitely like to try haggis and Scotch egg.
Is that the one where you fry the egg?
Nah, it's a boiled egg wrapped
Boiled
in mincemeat and then breadcrumbs.
I mean,
But do you fry the breadcrumbs?
Yeah.
So technically, I'm not wrong. Let's go. Somebody high five me. That's me.
you're getting a clap from me, man.
Because I seen on the show Master Chef.
Yeah.
That shit does look good, not gonna lie. I'm like, too bad I'm not skilled enough to make it.
Something else. Oh,
Yeah, what else you want to try?
definitely risotto. Risotto is just it's eluded me.
I've had that. There's different types of risotto, but the original, like if you stick with the original recipe, it's beyond good. I fucking loved it. I don't know how they make it per se, but I did go to this restaurant where they made risotto downtown, and I'm like, this is beautiful. Risotto is definitely high on my list. You know, I only tasted it because of Gordon Ramsay. I'm gonna keep it real.
Okay, yeah, he does talk up risotto quite a bit.
You know what? I need to go to Ramsay's restaurants one day. But I'm not dressing up though. I'm dressing like a bum.
Just to hear him shit talk all of his staff.
You fucking donkey.
Well, it's quite interesting. There's only one restaurant that he owns that makes any money.
Damn.
What about the rest of them?
They just tick over nicely. And he employs 30,000 people.
Oh, he does make a shit ton of money though, not gonna lie.
But it's the one restaurant that he opens 2 nights a week that he actually makes money on.
Damn, only 2 nights?
Yeah.
Jeez.
In London.
Man.
It must be real good. Fuck.
I mean, the stuff you see on television is for television, you know.
Well, true, but even on television, Gordon Ramsay still has standards.
Oh yeah, he's been very good for the whole trade, really.
Okay, so what about you, Blades? One more question: how do you? What foods would you want to try that you have not tried yet?
There's a fish dish out in Japan called fugu. It's made from the puffer fish.
Are you talking about that dangerous shit?
Yeah, if it's not.
Oh my god!
If it's not done right, you die.
I too like to live dangerously.
Right, I'm like, what the fuck?
But
hey, Blaze, just to make sure, you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Have to make sure. Dude, food I want to try yet is the one that could potentially kill me.
Well, I know a guy who actually tried it out in Japan, and he's expecting this, I don't know, tripped out psychedelic experience, whatever. And apparently it tastes like fish.
Well, I definitely seen it on TV plenty of times before, man. I don't know if I'm able. I will have to be like terminally ill to get to that point, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Nope.
I think one Japanese dish I would like to try is chanko nabe. I'd like to try that. It's a sumo dish. Yeah.
What's that one?
Is it? Is that the one where the sumo wrestler he passed away a couple years ago or last year? Rest in peace. He's the one that put it on the map on YouTube.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Chuck will not be a hot pot. Yeah,
yeah, unfortunately, that's retired sumo wrestler passed away from
Hmm.
the beer
yeah,
flu.
yeah. The beer flu got him. Yeah,
Ah, Christ.
Damn.
Hey, that looks good though.
Rest in power, man.
Yeah, I know what it looks like. Line of MGTOW. It's and I heard that they eat at least 3 bowls with some rice.
yes. They drink beer too, and they said they gain weight fast.
And they take a nap right after.
Yeah, they take a nap right after it and just gain a whole bunch of weight. It's just
You're gonna need
damn,
a nap.
damn.
That's, in my opinion, that's living a life. and
Unbuckle the belt, lean back in the chair.
Mhm,
and that's the big thing,
mhm.
Technically, they're not that fat. They
That's a
actually
lot,
do
bro.
have a good amount of muscle.
Yeah, they got some muscle. Yeah,
It's a lot of muscle to carry around that much weight.
Right? Like shit, and all the perks you can get being number one sumo wrestler in Japan.
yeah. But you make.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
it'd be worth it. Shit, like if I wasn't just 5'8", if I was a little bit taller, I wouldn't mind doing it. Fuck,
Yeah,
but
it
they're
just
gonna have
looks
to
weird
put
being
my,
that short and that round.
but they have to put my fro in a certain hairstyle because I don't have straight hair. Um, all right, let's get back to the save yourself black man conversation, right? Um, so in the black community, they have the tendency to make their sons grow up too fast. Lion and MGTOW, do you have something to say about that one?
Yeah, they typically do that because they want their sons to just hear me get the hell out of the house. It's like somebody else's problem.
Is it getting out of the house or having him become the new man of the house? Or
Son
both?
husbands.
Yeah, son husbands. Yep,
Oh man.
and it's terrible, man. It's disgusting.
It's it's the worst. It's the worst, and they were brainwashed since they were young, believing that hey, my mom's never wrong. She's a queen.
Yeah,
Uh, she's making me do this for my greater good, making their kids grow up way too fast.
exactly. And it's just her being selfish.
And on top of that, if she mess with a Pookie or Ray Ray, they're gonna be coming around here or there, causing some
Yes,
drama.
yeah, and the kids will actually see that, and as they grow older, they'll start to register with them what the hell was happening, and they'll lose all respect for their mother, and that's when they leave the house and they hit the track running, and they never come back. That's why I like a lot of the young black men when they make it. Like if they get their IT certifications or they get a CDL or learn a trade, and they make their bread fat, they start ghosting their parents because of shit like that. It's just yeah.
What about you, Red Pill? What do you guys say about that?
Well, L.O.M. You brought up excellent points. I'd just like to add one more thing to that. You got these Pookie and Ray Rays that when these let's say these dollars get older, these Pookies and Ray Rays will sometimes, to most times, abuse the dollars.
Ugh.
Yep.
We all know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
Mm.
And the sad part is a lot of times the mothers don't really care.
Oh no. If
No.
there's a show that I would recommend, and cut me if I'm wrong, call me crazy, Steve Wilkos will red pill the hell out of you guys.
Oh, yep.
I love that
The
show.
amount of times I have seen the mother defend the stepdad or Pookie and Ray Ray that actually abused said dollar.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's
Or
disgusting.
even son.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
That too. Disgusting.
Hmm.
Okay, Lion and MGTOW, do you have any topic that you want to talk about when it comes to the Save Yourself Black Men?
Well, for the most part, like there are tenets to SYSBM. Like I think there's like 12 tenets.
Hmm.
There's one tenet that I really don't. I don't really adhere to that one tenet. Like this whole thing that like interracial dating is the silver bullet. I mean, like it's not really the silver bullet when you think about it because female nature is universal. So yeah, sure you can hop the fence and date outside your race, but at the same time there is no guarantee that it's going to work. I mean, what happens if it doesn't work? You're stuck. It's just yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think the whole interracial dating thing is the silver bullet. Just there's too much can go wrong. But if you want to do it, I mean, try it. But to each his own.
Well, shit. Well, how else are they gonna? They can't deal with these black bitches.
Now they can. In fact, a lot of there are brothers who are SYSBM who actually have either married or have basically set up shop in other countries and have married like Afro Latina women or certain women of the tropical Asian persuasion. But for the most part, I don't think they tie the knot. Some of them get married, some of them just have girlfriends over there, and then they come back here. I mean, I'm not even like we don't have an exact count of how many of them are actually successful. Like I only know if the percentage is high. Like I think like in the states, only like maybe 18 18% of black men actually date and marry out of the race to Kendrick. Yes.
Hmm.
Well, how you say when it comes to the big issue is, and I've seen it myself, black mothers brainwashing the kids like crazy to hate their dad.
They got to stop doing that because I mean, actually, like the CDC reports and the Moynihan reports have shown that black fathers actually go above and beyond to be with their kids. But the thing is, like even that, you know what? Even that movie, that new movie with that King Richard, starring Will Smith. You realize
Yeah.
that most of the black feminists hated that movie. They hated the hell out of that movie
Why is that?
because it shows black fathers in a positive light, and the feminists can't have that. You're supposed to be the thug, the criminal, the loser, the zero. You're supposed to be down and out and down dirty.
Especially the pursuit of happiness.
That one too. They hated that movie also.
Yeah, definitely. Special K.
Hi. Yeah. So how do you guys talking about stereotypes black men? Like my family, I was like raised from both my parents' families are from Jamaica, so
Hmm.
I have a really strict foundation with certain things and so on. But yeah, the family wasn't all great. Like stuff happened, and because of that, I saw a lot of horrible shit on both sides. Like men, my dad was kind of fucked up because his dad wasn't there for him. My mom was fucked up because her parents were fucked up too. So it was like a long family. It was just fucked up people in general. So
Hmm.
because of that, I just never got into relationships. I was like, I don't want to do this. Like from a young age, I was probably thinking I don't want to have children because I don't want to end up like my dad. Because my dad got angry because he was just upset with his life, frustrated as shit, and I was like, I don't want to become that. I don't want to hit my children. Like he did it out of love, but he did a little bit like I didn't understand because I was a child at the time, so I was like I was confused. But I
Hmm.
talked to my parents afterwards, so I understand where they came from and the problems that they were going through. Like I see it now even more. So I say like I want to protect myself and like I love my family. I love my family because they're good people down heart, but they have problems. So it's like I want to be with you, but you're dangerous to me and you will harm me, and it'll be much more sad for me because you're people that I actually care for and love, and I can't get rid of you because you're not just friends. We're tied by blood. So it's like I'm gonna have to leave you if you're going to do this dumb shit with me. I was like, hey, we know we have foundations, our family. Like, my dad was raised by his grandparents, and my mom was raised by her grandparents. Because I don't know what was happening in like the 80s and 70s, but that was just how it was. So I have like I understand from like all the generations. I know how to cook, clean, but I will not get in a relationship with anyone for like a long period of time. I haven't got into a relationship at all because I just sit down and watch people and they fuck up all the time in the black community. It's like I don't want to do that. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I can harm myself or harm other people because something dumb happened, and it's just like toxic. I don't want to get involved into toxic shit that can end up me dead.
Same here.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to that situation, right? Um, do you believe? Because are you from the UK, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you know about the situation with African Americans,
African Americans, African Caribbeans, and I could say we're similar, but we have certain differences. Like if
right?
it's let's say if you're from like directly from one of a predominantly black country, you're a little bit better, especially if your family has a really strict foundation. But if you're from the place, you're fucked up, man. Like I see a
Hmm.
lot of black British people, like
So do
every
you
black
believe
woman I
it's too
know.
late? Do you believe it's too late to save the black community? Because all these black women, like, why won't you protect us?
But they, wow,
See,
oh
I'm,
god,
I'm I'm a really cynical person, so I constantly use my background. But if someone says that to me, I will actually look at them and start laughing because I find it a joke. Like protect you when you're probably the most dangerous thing to me. It's like, hey, there's like an old proverb or something like that. It's about this farmer who finds a snake and the snake's freezing out in the cold because it's winter.
uh-huh. Continue.
And the idea is that it's the snake's nature or like the frog and the scorpion. So it's like, this is the nature of people that have gone through shit or have this idea that they've just grown in this environment. So why would I protect you when you're most likely going to be the cause that most likely will kill me or put so much damage on me that I don't want to be next to anyone ever again?
It's not worth it. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just calling on their bullshit. I mean, they're strong, independent, and they don't need no man. I say they can put up or shit up. I'm not shaving them for nothing.
Yeah, I think like I've been in like with fights with women before when I was younger. And I think that because my background, I had a lot of anger problems at the time, and I got to a fight with two women that were black. And the reason
Oh,
why is because
yeah.
I was young. I was like, it was a school teacher at the time. I was talking to a person, and one of my friends knocked over something. And after I was there helping tidy up, and the teacher started cussing me out. I was like, I haven't done anything. I'm leaving because I know this teacher is just something wrong with her. And she starts cussing my family. Is like, she said I have no home training, and maybe because I like my family was a little bit tormented at the time. I got angry, I started getting into a fight. I was like 12 at the time, and after time was this other girl, and she started cussing me out. I was like, I never get into this problem with men or white women or women of any other race, and it's like, it's because they have an understanding that black men are not going to do anything, or they believe that black men are lesser than them. What is the reason why women always cuss them out to the point that it
Well,
destroys people's
black women have this unhealthy hatred towards black men, thanks to these single mothers.
And in effect,
yeah.
and they drunk the feminist Kool Aid.
Not only
That
that,
too.
not only that, in addition to programming, thanks to Tyler Perry, The Color Purple, all that
Yeah,
good stuff.
yeah,
My
that,
God.
yeah, that, and Bill Hooks and her garbage.
Oh my God.
Yep.
It's that bad,
Yeah,
and I didn't know it was that bad in the UK.
Oh, it's,
it's
I
different
had a
places, different
feeling.
people too. Like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
had a
with
feeling it
like it
was.
depends too. Like, because the group I was around was like 7 Day Adventist, so did like Christians, but they had like Africans from like West Africa mostly. Some people from West and South and Central Africa, not most North Africans and Caribbean. So, like I saw a large amount of black people from just around the world, generations, and it's like, hey, there's differences where they come to like where the family's strong, but after a while, the black church is yeah, I'll say the black church is one of the worst places to find good women. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
boys
just
knew
bad over
that
here in the States.
girls at
Oh, yeah.
16 and 15, like, they were hoes. everyone knew they were hoes, and they acted like it, and everyone was like, I was just so turned off. I was like, oh damn. In a place where you're supposed to have standards and like you're supposed to be following a certain belief, the people that are just as worse as, or it's like worse and horrible as like, what the hell was this? It's like a shell. It's like, I'm gonna touch it, but it's gonna be like, it's an illusion. It's like, why are we doing this for? Why are we poisoning ourselves with the media? Like, we watch the most bullshit stuff and the news that we listen to, everything, even the food's poisonous. Like, we have, I, why are black women big? It's like, the food that we eat shit. It's like, we poison ourselves with everything that we consume, what we drink, what we listen to, and what we watch. It's like, it's made to destroy a group of people. Like, if I want to destroy a group of people, I'll just copy a black model and it's like, take this. In let's say 5 generations, you're gonna have a bunch of dumbass people that mock people that look for intelligence and go outside that are different from the basic bad boy type of stereotype. It was even here in England for some reason. It's stupid. Like my cousin gone to he didn't get to see his child be born because he was in prison.
Damn.
Well, here's the big thing, though. This will be the last question for today, because we will have a part 3. The attitude of black women. What do you guys think about that?
That's the huge deal breaker for me, man. I'm just shut up. That's what I'm saying. You stop talking to me, just the old mouth, no brains.
I agree. What about you, Red Pill?
Yeah, the whole attitude. I see it in other groups of women, but black women most prominently have this need to just absolutely portray themselves as this, not even masculine. Well, we call it masculine, but it's this real grody football player look. I'm a big man. Hey, don't talk to me. But Tyrone get near them, they're gonna get weak. It's really pathetic.
All right, what about you, Special K?
I say it's like pit bulls. Like when people have certain dogs that have been abused, that's how black women act. They act like abused animals, and it's like I'm not sure where it came from, where it started, but it's definitely traits that you see in people that are abused or animals that are abused, and you can't help them sometimes because we're humans, and I don't know the book of how to open up and study and fix someone that's broken because of family stuff or just because of the environment. And it's like, you have a problem. You actually have to go to a therapist. I feel like black people need to go to a therapist way more often than we do. We don't go to doctors, we don't go to therapists. We should do those stuff because there's a lot of trouble in the community or the community.
Yeah, we have a lot
people
of
don't want to talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's
yeah,
crazy
it's like a rabbit
because
dog.
and if we do talk about it, we're weak, which is retarded, man. I'm like,
I call them German Shepherds. Would you agree?
Yeah.
you call 'em-
I see.
Absolutely.
we all have our nicknames for them. You call them German Shepherds, you call them the Cleon bitch.
But we're going to end it here because I wanted to keep it short for now because I know it's late. Dr. Red Pill, do you want to shout out your channel before you head out?
Yes, my name is Dr. Red Pill. I have an interest and a high passion for helping men out of symmetry and through self-improvement, as well as rescuing them from risk of self-deletion, because let's face it, society doesn't give two shits about men.
All right.
They couldn't care less, and therefore I have to take a stand against this.
Make sure you put your link in the chat.
I will
All right,
definitely
man.
do that.
Peace out.
Shout out to you guys. Shout out to L.O.M.
Yeah, shout out to you too. Yeah.
Puniti.
Punyaya.
Woo!
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Ian Blades, you got anything to say before you head out?
I was just going to say on black women, it's the clappy hand thing that did my head in. You know, you're going clap, but pointing at
What are you talking about? All that shit.
Goddamn, bro. But thank you for calling in. I think you called in earlier, right? You
Yeah,
did in my last stream.
I did. Yes,
Thank you for being one of those loyal subscribers to call back again.
I will. I will. Puniti and good night.
Puniti. I'm ready to get one of those one of those
Jackets?
burritos. I'm about to eat. I'm gonna eat those really soon right now. I'm hungry. Special K, do you have anything to say to the chat before you head out?
Alright. Focus on yourself. If you have a problem, try and solve it. I'm talking about health or mental wise, because we can't just let problems fester. We have to solve them. We have to get to the root of them and get it out. So it could be health reasons like MTR. I heard that you had like a problem with cancer or something like that, testicle cancer, and you sort it out. So yeah, be careful of everything, because as men, we don't like to check our problems that often because you have to be tough. It's good to have a shell on the outside, but sometimes you have to actually have some time to focus on yourself and find problems and solve them out. So focus on yourself and sort out your problems.
Alan Herman says you sound like Replicant Fish.
Well, who's that?
He's a huge channel in the manosphere. He's British. He's from the UK as well. You can tell from his voice.
Damn, I might have to make a channel and take their place. People saying I sound like someone.
Good luck. I think he's 111,000 subscribers currently.
I can study other people and steal their flow.
He's a very funny dude. Very funny dude.
But anyway,
thank you.
Puniti.
Puniti, see you at the VC.
Yeah, see.
And then there goes Mayor. What's going on, bro?
Great stream tonight. I'm hoping everybody that's listening and that will be listening can take something important from this.
Because these situations doesn't just happen in the black community. It can happen with anybody.
Absolutely. This is a across the board problem, especially here in the States.
Oh shit, I agree 1,000,000%, man. Before we head out, do you want to show your channel, or if you have anything else to say?
Two things. So first off, build yourself. Build your castle, build your kingdom. Everything else in life will follow after. Leave a legacy for your children. Something for them to inherit more than just your dirty laundry and a dresser full of junk. Also,
I was about to say.
subscribe to my channel. Again, I'm having issues with some video editing software. Maybe somebody in Discord can help me out, push me in the right direction on that. I'm trying to make some home improvement videos, get a lot of these young men on the right track to be self-sufficient so that they don't have to rely on somebody else to take care of things in the house. They can be that man. But also, I drop beats, I drop lyrics. So if you want to check out some music, you can head over to Mayor Mercules here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Twitter. I'm a huge political troll on Twitter. You can follow me, Mike Oxstrong, at Mayor Mercules. So,
But you gotta make sure you put your link in the chat.
Will do.
All right, man. Thank you for joining this conversation, even though you didn't have to.
Oh, of course. I'm glad to be here, especially with Lion on the stream. It was an honor being here. It's I mean, regardless of where you come from, just being a part of the conversation is important.
That's true. because all men had the same issues in 2022.
That's right.
You know,
It feels like a repeat of 2020. Honestly, it's just 2022. The sequel.
2022.0. Thank you for joining, man. Definitely join back tomorrow because there will be a live stream tomorrow.
Right on, Bruno. Well, take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice.
Bingo. All right, peace out, man. Puniti.
Puniti.
And it's just me, y'all. The one and only. By myself at my skeleton throne. Here to tell you, even though there's issues in the black community, okay, and there's plenty of them, I'm not going to front, all right? As a black man myself, there's countless things that the black community needs to do in order to resolve the problems, but knowing the black community, I highly doubt that's going to happen. I highly doubt it's going to happen. And if the black community is forever broken apart, learn from our mistakes. Learn from our mistakes. Because clearly, black women back in the 1960s thought that black men were expendable. They thought the feminist bullshit that the white women were preaching 24/7 applied to them. And black women, they took it to heart back in the 1960s. They took it to heart. Look at our community now. Look at the black community now. It's in shambles. And who is the black community going to blame? Everybody but themselves. This is the matriarchy, gentlemen. Matriarchy where majority of women, black women, run the households. Not men, black women. And are they holding responsibility for that? No. It's the government's fault. It's the black man's fault. It's the patriarchy's fault. It's the misogyny's fault. Whatever fault they can fucking find. And not blame the person that they look at in the mirror every fucking day. Because who's with children from birth until adulthood more? Men or women? Definitely fucking men. Not men. Definitely fucking women. Women are the biggest influence from birth until adulthood, gentlemen. Women are the biggest influence. Okay? From babysitting, from your mother, from school, from college, from media, from everything. Majority of your life is influenced by women in today's age. And these very same women have the audacity to complain about the effeminate, the frail, the soy-filled, sorry excuse for a fucking man. Okay? They have the audacity to complain about these type of men. They have the audacity to complain about these weak, frail men that they themselves raised. Especially in the black community. Think on that, gentlemen. Think on that. This is Sir Yeetus. I hope that you guys had the daily dose of red pills. Because this isn't over. There will be a part 3 of Save Yourself, Black Men. This is far from over. Because I noticed that in the manosphere, nobody really is talking about what black men go through every day within our community. There will be another segment on this. But until then, this is Sir Yeetus. And peace out.